all the time. But anyway, all right, we got people in the chat. I see Pilleater and Jeff. I think Pilleater, you joined first, so I'll bring you on in 3, 2. Hello, sir.
Good morning, Paul.
Good morning.
San Francisco.
Nice. The city of many,
Everything
many people and many things. And
Just
many
got up,
things.
having my coffee too. But I want to ask, speaking that we're on Destiny,
Yeah,
I don't know if you've seen the Destiny versus Peterson argument.
I have.
I thought that was very suspicious on Destiny's part, and I do feel like there's a lot of that baiting going on. A lot of that Destiny's working in bad faith, and it's kind of absurd to be pro-vax at that point. Even if you are, pro-vax or against it, whatever your calls, it just seems a little much that Destiny is trying to justify. In the similar vein of Chapo Trap House, do not question the Matrix, do not question things, just live your life, don't care, and just be skeptical about everything. And your only opposition is, I guess, Norman Finkelstein and Peterson, which I think is very bizarre to set up, but I would like your opinion on that.
Yeah, I uploaded a reaction to that debate that I'll probably post tomorrow morning. And I know I'm late to the game on that. Well, on the vaccines in particular, I mean, and I said I didn't cover it much in the video because it's just TOS type stuff, but I don't know. I want Destiny to be right. I want the truth to be that the vaccines are not problematic, because obviously there's someone who may or may not have gotten the Johnson & Johnson. I wasn't going to get that fucking mRNA bullshit. I got the J&J one.
There's a lot of people that have, so.
Yeah, and actually I watched, the reason I got that one in particular, A, it was a one shot, but B, I saw Brett Weinstein on Bill Maher before the vaccines had been released, and he said, hey, if you're going to get one, you should probably get the J&J one. And I was like, okay, well, if it's all the same, I might as well lean into whatever Brett Weinstein's advice is. As far as Destiny and Peterson, the takeaway from that video is that Destiny is as flawed a man as Peterson is as flawed in their own unique ways. But I don't know. Destiny is definitely I don't know what Destiny's motivations are. Peterson's motivations are quite clear because he cries about it all the time.
Right.
So I can. It's sort of like so I'm more trustworthy of that. I'm less suspicious. Destiny, I to me, it feels like he could care less whether or not anything he believes, becomes a reality. Like, oh, well, I believe in these progressive policies. It's like, well, he does the canvassing stuff, which is, good in theoretical sense. I disagree with progressives in general.
I just wouldn't trust. Well, on Peterson's side, he's donning this whole rock and roll, I'm wearing a punk rock vest and I'm going to just say what the libs don't say, but it's compromised in a very Republican ideal. And Destiny, it just feels like he may be saying be skeptical, be normative, but then behind closed doors, he has this incredible sadist-like hedonism about himself where he contradicts the rules. And I find that very fascinating. I can do it, but you can't. And I'm seeing that from both sides.
Yeah, I believe that your personality flaws in your personal life will inevitably manifest. Well, actually, your politics and what you talk about philosophically is an extension of just who you are as a person. And I try to think about that all the time. And I mention it in the video that I react to. It's like, I come from a household that was saturated by conflict. My mom and dad fought all the time. And so, of course, what's the enlightened centrist?
Probably going to be a Don Winnicott type of, oh, well, you're questioning everything because your parents were having conflict. But I just think that's a pop psychology. Like, it's not getting to the
well, perhaps. I mean, pop psychology, I don't like that term because it doesn't.
Right, that's Peterson style.
Well, but like if a good idea becomes popular, I don't see how that to say it's just pop psychology is just to be reductive about it for no reason. But certainly your personality and who you are manifests in politics and philosophy. When it comes to like math and science, it doesn't matter if you're a psychopath or not. 2 + 2 = 4, and as long as you can demonstrate the proof, then that's fine. But when it comes to politics and philosophy, which is a human-centered thing, then you have to put a lot more stock in who is the person saying this and what are their motivations. And I think Destiny is very pure, cold rationality. But yeah, his personal failings, I think by his own admission, or maybe not by his own admission, certainly get in the way of his politics.
He might be. At one point in time, he was the so-called liberal leftist, but I doubt he clings to that term anymore because all the bread tubers pretty much knocked him to the side. So I think he's definitely being co-opted by some forces for sure.
Interesting. Perhaps. I don't know. I think he certainly makes plenty of money as it is, and so yeah, I will not speculate on what forces or what financial incentives are co-opting him. I tend to think he's a disagreeable enough person that he would just say whatever the fuck he wants regardless. But anyway, do you have another contention or question?
No, that was just the morning thought because I've just been going over some of the newest stuff, and you're on the topic of Destiny, and Destiny is something, but I think he's transforming to a point where he's just kind of just, if he's on Lex with Finkelstein, then it's just, I don't know what he's for. I think he's just like a useful idiot for someone else.
Maybe. We'll see. All right. Well, thank you, Mr. Pill Eater. Appreciate it. All right.